Regardless of the opponent, given the last month you guys have had and the month and a half ahead, how nice was it to go in that locker room with a positive result?
It was a great feeling, just like every other win. At the end of the day, that's what our goal is every Saturday, and to be able to achieve that goal is definitely what we want, and you can't beat it. Best feeling in the world.
Mack, Coach keeps talking about this offensive line just needs reps. Do you guys feel it coming along?
We do, yes, slowly but surely, and that's absolutely right. We just need to continue to get reps because there's so many things that can happen on the offensive line, and so many different looks you can get from defensive line and things like that. So, every day for us is a learning experience, and the more reps we get, the better off we're going to be.
When you give up 4 or 5 sacks to Chattanooga, how disappointing is that?
It's disappointing just because we need to take more pride in our one-on-one matchups, and we just can't be getting beat like that, especially against Chattanooga, but really any opponent. And it just comes down to effort and pride, really, at the end of the day.
Mack, what can you do to help Jay Sean? He's to your right out there. What can you do to help him along the way?
Just continue to talk to him, even during the game, before the game, help him prepare. Just let him know how things are done before the game ever starts. Help him with his assignment so he'll be comfortable, doing or being fast, playing fast, being physical. Whenever the play starts.
Mack, what do you think the mood is for this offensive line right now?
We're keeping our heads up. We know we have a lot of work to do, but we're coming in every day and we're going to just work. I mean, that's all we can do. We're going to continue to work and continue to grow. So, we're right now we're just going to continue to grind every day.
What's your kind of midway through the season? Kind of what's your take on the run game so far? What do you guys need to do better? What have you improved at? Where do things stand?
Run game right now, I guess I would classify it as average. We just need to continue to work on our fits whenever we get on a guy and just run our feet, and I guess work on our pad level. There's a lot of things that you can do to improve that, and we do work on that every week in practice. So hopefully we'll start seeing some gains in that.
How much does it change for you guys? When I know that you had some different running backs in there today, how much does that change your all's job, or is it the same no matter who's back there?
Doesn't change at all. The running backs do a great job. Anytime they're back there, they hit the hole that's open, and for us it's just blocking, making those holes. So it's really no different.
What allowed Justin to get some room to run today? What worked out in this own run game that allowed him to get up and make some plays?
It's probably just his read. I believe he has a read on a lot of plays, and based off what that guy does is decides what he's going to be doing with the ball.
Mack, you guys have had Juwan and Zach have been back the past couple weeks. What has their message been to you guys? They kind of went through the same thing to me you guys did back in their freshman years. What have they told you guys?
They just tell us the same thing coaches say: just keep your head up, continue to work, and hearing it from those guys is good because they have been through the exact same thing. They were all young at one point. They gave up a lot of sacks at one point, and so they know what it's like, and they came through it just like we're going to come through it. So it's good.
Does that give you confidence to see how they developed over the course of their careers, to see how maybe you guys can maybe go on this kind of a similar trajectory too?
Yeah, absolutely, and it just builds confidence really, because we are here at the University of Tennessee for a reason, and that's because we're good football players, and they were obviously recruited for the same thing. It just takes time to develop and become the athlete that you want to be. So
is it testing your patience? So, I mean, you guys, I'm sure, want to be good now. Is it tough to know that there's development that is kind of natural at this position?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does test your patience a little bit, because like you said, you do want to be good now, and greatness just doesn't happen overnight. It's going to happen with every rep that you take. You got to learn from that rep, and you just got to continue to improve. So that's what we're going to do, and Juwan and Zach and all those guys, really, they're a great example of that.
How big is the challenge coming up over the next couple of weeks? Ole Miss and Alabama, I'm sure you're at least familiar with what they have up front.
I mean, it's a challenge just like every other week. They're a great opponent, and we see that every week in our conference, and so we're going to take it just like every other week, and we're going to prepare just like every other week, and we're going to go in the game confident and just ready to get the job done.
Mack, how would you evaluate the first half of the season? You're sitting here 3-3 midway midway point, how would you evaluate it?
Right now we're on track to where we need to be for a bowl game, and we're just going to continue to improve and continue to get better. And if you look back at some of the games, it's really nothing that the opponent's done. We've shot ourselves in the foot on a few things. So as the season goes, we're going to continue to get better at those things, and overall just continue to improve.
You mentioned bowl. How much do you guys talk about having that into the season goal?
Well, right now we're on a week by week basis. The next game's the most important, and at the end of the season we're going to look up and see where we're at, and I'm pretty sure we're going to like the results.